All right, so the last class we had before spring break, we did a midterm study guide. However, Colin is converting all face-to-face classes online starting next week, Monday, March 23rd. Therefore, here is an updated midterm study guide for SolidWorks Essentials. First, we'll discuss some details about the midterm. So the midterm will now be online. You can access the midterm in Canvas. Down here is a screenshot of Canvas. So in Module 8, you'll go to Module 8, Midterm, and then click this link, Midterm, to access the midterm. This module will be available starting Monday, March 23rd at 9 a.m. And the midterm is due March 27th by midnight. So you'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to take the midterm whenever you want. The midterm is timed, so you'll now have 2 hours and 30 minutes to take the midterm. Originally, you had 2 hours, but I added an extra 30 minutes on there just in case we have problems not taking the midterm in class. So I also wanted to give some recommendations for the midterm. First, before starting the midterm, make sure SolidWorks is up and running on the computer. We all know that SolidWorks can take a little bit of time to launch. So just make sure it's up before you actually start the midterm. To start the midterm, you'll click this Take the Quiz button. And once you click this button, you will only have 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete it. You cannot, start the midterm and come back to it later. You have to take it all in one sitting. Okay? Once you start the midterm, you will see the instructions. This is actually a screenshot of the midterm, so this is exactly what you'll see when you start the midterm. Question 1 will have the instructions here. Just click that midterm.docx and then open the document. It will open in Microsoft Word, and that will have step-by-step instructions. Once you've completed all of the instructions, you'll upload your file by clicking Choose a File, upload it, and then click Submit Quiz. If you are confused about any of these questions, again, please email me or call me before starting the midterm. Keyword before. And also, if you are not done with the midterm within that 2 hour and 30 minute time constraint, submit what you have. You can receive partial credit on the midterm, so it's better to receive or get points off than to receive a 0. I would give yourself at least 10 minutes to submit the midterm because there's always at least one person that has a problem, so give yourself plenty of time. The midterm is not meant to be tricky, so don't be nervous before taking it. Most students finish way before the 2 hour time constraint in the past, and this time you guys even have an extra 30 minutes. So if you do the practice problems, you will be okay. And the midterm is easier than the practice problems. So the overall format of the midterm is that you'll be given a part with dimensions. Like imagine just a picture of a part with dimensions, and then you must draw the part in SolidWorks. Then you'll submit the .sld PRT file in Canvas. The same submission process as the other assignments, except this midterm is set up as a quiz instead of an assignment. I had to set it up as a quiz so that it would be timed. So if you follow the previous slides instructions, you will be A-okay. Okay. Here's an example of what you will see. It's the same, the midterm is the same format as the CSWA or Certified SolidWorks Associate exam. In case you are unfamiliar, the CSWA is a certification exam that will show or prove to companies that you are an expert SolidWorks user. So again, You'll be given a picture of a part with dimensions. You'll have to set up the units. So use this information to set up the units, and then you'll actually draw the part. Okay, the midterm will cover these modules, module 2 through 6, okay? The next slide will give some more detailed information. Make sure you know how to do these things. So make sure you know how to create a sketch on planes or planar surfaces. Make sure you know how to create a reference geometry, which is a plane with an offset or at an angle. On the midterm, you'll have to create a plane at an angle. So make sure you understand how to do that. There's one of the practice problems that you do that. So again, make sure you know how to do that. Make sure you know how to, create a sketch and draw lines, rectangles, circles, arcs, ellipse, and center lines. Make sure you know how to use an offset while you're in a sketch. Know how to convert an edge to a sketch, and also use the trim command. Make sure you know how to use or add and delete sketch relations to fully define a sketch. Make sure you know how to do different boss and cut features, such as extrudes, revolves, sweeps, and lofts. Know how to do fillets and chambers under Features tab. Make sure you know how to do linear, circular, and fill patterns. You actually will not need to know how to do the materials, add a material, okay? But we have actually gone in and determined the mass before. Make sure you know how to do the part configuration. So in the midterm, you will have to do this. You'll have to draw a part and then create a new configuration of that part with suppressed features. So also make sure you know how to suppress features. Something I didn't see on here that you'll need to know how to do is create a rib. So if I go back to the previous slide, you can see that chapter 6 is rib and shell feature. Make sure you know how to create a rib. And then here are some final comments. The first one, if you need extra help, we can schedule a Zoom meeting on Mondays through Fridays. This won't be a problem for us because the exam is due on Friday, but in the future, if you need help on the weekend for an assignment, then just be aware that I might not be able to Zoom on the weekend. Also, please schedule the meeting in advance. Next, if you have problems during the midterm, have my phone number handy and give me a call or text message. I am going to try to have my phone by me as much as possible so that I can answer or resolve any problems that you may have. And then lastly, I just want to say that the midterm is not meant to be difficult. So don't be scared. If you understand the practice problems, you'll be okay. It's better to practice with more difficult problems and be extra prepared for the midterm than to practice easier problems and not be prepared for the midterm. So just practice those problems. They're on Canvas, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, good luck, everyone.